No, like the first time I went to the psych unit, we were outside. Clara had never met my dad before. She met Kevin's dad before. But Kevin would always say, "Call me Papa." And I'd say, "How is she gonna know what to call your dad? Your dad's your dad's supposed to be Papa and you're supposed to be Dada." And then Kevin would always say, "I'm Papa." And then when I went to Walmart and I had the freak out where I thought I was dying and I couldn't see color or read words, like it all looked like spirals. Um, and I asked to go to the hospital because I thought I was having a stroke, and I laid on the floor of Walmart because I thought I died after Kevin made me coffee, and I found a transdermal patch on my ankle. There was this old man in an SUV driving past us, staring at us, and Clara goes, "Is that your dad?" And when she said that, he goes, but he was like staring at us the whole time, like until, and it was then it, and that was before all the cars started changing color. It was like all the cars, the whole parking lot changed colors. But it was like all gray. And then I kept going in and out of the Walmart doors, holding my daughter, and then Kevin goes, "What are you doing?" And he went in the car and sat on his phone. And I thought I was dying. And then I saw, and this was after Kevin had made me the coffee that morning. I was pacing up and down the hallway saying, "Don't do the broomstick thing." And I kept seeing this visual of a police officer and then a man on the floor in a white shirt. And I was very confused. I asked him to take me to the hospital. I found a transdermal patch that I had never seen anything, like it didn't look like anything I'd seen in the home. I was really picky about button batteries. It was about the size of a button battery, but we didn't really have anything like that in the home yet at that time. And it was stuck to my ankle like a sticker, like it was supposed to be there. I felt like I was on Molly, but I also thought I was dying. And that was when we made up after not being intimate for 8 months. And then I asked him to take me to Walmart to get pears. I heard some lady tell me she liked my TV show. Kevin went out to the parking lot. I laid on the floor. Clara grabbed Christmas stickers. And I picked my daughter up after laying on the floor for like 5 seconds, being like, "Okay, I'm not dead," because I thought I died. And I was like, "Well, this is what you do when you die." So I laid down, and it reminded me of those like shooting videos that were happening at the time, the Walmart grocery store shooting videos. I've already blogged about this sort of privately into my phone, but I'm making this video with the intention to post it somewhere. YouTube specifically. And what was I saying? Yes, I picked my daughter up and we were walking out of Walmart, and the greeter said, "You have to pay for that." And I handed her the stickers back. And when me and my daughter went out the doors, I was holding her and I could see all the colors again. and my daughter goes, "Hey, Mom." And she smacked her forehead on my forehead. And then I walked straight to my vehicle, mine and my husband's vehicle, and he was sitting in the car. And while we were driving to Walmart at the beginning of this, I was freaking out, like I didn't know what was going on. I was like, but like in a good mood. And when we went inside and I couldn't read anything, and then we went back into the car, he was like, "All right, let's go." And I put my foot in the car door, and I kept thinking of my dad telling me, if you're not sure what to do, don't hesitate. And I kept getting like synchronicities for one foot out the door. So I wasn't sure what to do, and I didn't feel like anything was right. I wasn't sure what was going on. So I put my foot. Oh, and then at the beginning, I literally called security because we were buying a Kinder Egg. We were at the self-checkout and we were purchasing a Kinder Egg, and I go, "Security! Customer service!" And then I started freaking out. And then I went to the hospital. They kept telling me I had to read the paperwork. I was reading it too slowly, and I was telling them I was at the hospital because I was having trouble reading, and I thought I was having a stroke. So then they sent me to the psych unit and told me I was bipolar. And 12 police showed up while I was still at the emergency room. And I was like, "I think you guys are going to rape me right now." And then, but I don't know why I thought that, because it never happened before. And I just had that broomstick vision at the house. So then I went to the psych unit. But while me and Kevin were at home, before we even went to the grocery store, I'm all over the place. Somebody named Maria Butina showed up on the news. The Russian spy has been caught. And so I went to the psych unit. At Havenwick with Dr. Do-Sing Yoon, who diagnosed me as bipolar. And I was trying to tell him I felt like I couldn't read, which was the reason I asked to go to the hospital. I'm gonna cry. And when I got out, all of a sudden it was like the Epstein files were a thing. But when I look it up now, it said that the Epstein files were a thing before I even went into the psych unit. But I didn't know who Jeffrey Epstein was. I was not paying attention to that. What I was doing was screenshotting and screen recording myself screenshotting things into my phone about where I thought they were doing human trafficking networks. And before I did that, I started Googling and screenshotting how to make a bomb to try to get the government's attention. So that they would pay attention to it. Because I was a stay-at-home mom. My daughter took a lot of naps, and I'd be on my phone, and I'd be doing yoga while I was on my phone, and I'd be cooking while I was on my phone, I'd be cleaning while I was on my phone. Oh my god. And then I went to the psych unit. But then the Jeffrey Epstein thing freaked me out. Because it was like Jeffrey Epstein was suicided. And it was like I had that cop vision.